G'day everybody, Vaughan from Grey for Second here, and welcome to the latest video update. It is Saturday the 10th of August 2024, and like I always say, thanks so much for joining us on the update. Well, it was actually a pretty exciting week for the band, I have to say, and the first thing I'm going to talk about is last night. We got together, Matt, Tim and myself, for a writing and recording session, and yeah, we came up with material for 2 new tracks that we're planning to put on our 20 years compilation CD that's going to come out later this year to celebrate 20 years of Grey Forsaken. So, well, that's the plan at the moment, is to put it out on CD, so it'll be an exclusive CD for supporters of the band. That's sort of what we've got in mind. So, yeah, we got together last night and, we collaborated on some riffs. So we pretty much bounced off each other ideas. So, one of us would play something and then, we'd formulate that into a riff, and we'd then put that down and record it, and then we'd take that riff and, see what the next idea was. So it was a real collaborative effort between Matt, Tim and myself to come up with the material. And what was really cool about it, and my favourite part about it, was that I guess it ends up being material that I wouldn't have wrote if I was just writing on my own. For example, it really needed. It went in the direction it did because of the vibe of the night, and 3 of us being there. And so we definitely came up. A couple of the riffs we came up with, aren't the sort of riffs that I think I'd necessarily have come up with, if that makes sense. So it took the collaboration, and by I guess putting ourselves out there and collaborating, we came up with the riffs that we did. So it's probably been the case on the last few albums that songs have come in more or less fully formed. So like a band member has composed the song, like the music, and then lyrics might be added to a musical idea, but to get in a room together as a band and like write a couple of new songs, it was a real breath of fresh air. And I mean, it might sound like isn't that what bands do all the time, but yeah, our stuff has tended to be in recent years contributed like by different guys in the band. Like a song will be contributed by different guys in the band, so you have that sort of spread of ideas. But it has been a while since we sat down together and like bounced ideas off each other and came up with completely new songs from scratch. And yeah, it was just really, really great. So those songs need to be arranged and then have lyrics done for them once they're arranged. But we got a good chunk of songwriting done, and just the process that we were doing ended up finishing quite late, which wasn't surprising, but it was just a lot of fun to have the band in the room together. It was this room actually that we're working in, that I'm sitting in now. It was just so great to have that experience. So looking forward to working on those arrangements and mixes, and putting those tracks together going forward. So that was cool. What else do we have? Been working on the Plugged Into System remix. So that's in a pretty good point at the moment. Got to adjust a couple of things on 3 of the tracks, but progressing quite nicely, that mix. So just do a little bit each day and get to the final outcome. And I know I keep saying I'm still waiting for the Light the Hall CDs to arrive, but again, I haven't heard anything from the company that's producing them. So no one said to me, the artwork file's not properly formatted, or we haven't got the master CD yet, or any of that stuff. So in the absence of news, I'm expecting them to arrive on my doorstep. I was hoping they might arrive last week, but we'll see about I'll keep an eye out for them I'll let you know as soon as they've arrived, and we'll make those available for people to order if they're interested in getting a copy of Light the Hall. Yeah, so what else have we had this week? Yes, we charted again on the Christian Music Weekly Loud Chart, Power of Salvation, for a moment in time. So that's getting a decent little run lately. That's charted quite a bit recently in the top 25. It dipped out there for a week, but it had enough plays again this week to get back into the top 25. So it's always a nice feeling to see the song charting there. So once again, thanks to radio stations and listeners for supporting that track. You can check out the lyric video on YouTube. So what else? Podcast episodes keep coming out, doing that every Monday. And I just had to, the low power mode came up on my camera. That's why I did that. And also, the mailing list, been putting out regular update on Wednesday. The mailing list gets that update first, so please sign up to the mailing list if you haven't already. And just keep watching these videos, keep liking them, keep commenting on Facebook, Instagram. All of those things help. Buy some merch, buy some CDs from Soundmass, buy some merch from Anchor Merchandising. It's just that same message, help this Christian metal mission continue. We're trying our best to get lots of video content this year, podcasts, news updates, and we're being really active as a band as well with doing some reissues and writing some new music. And so 20 years in, we're still cruising along and still committed to the cause, the Christian metal mission that we started back in 2004. So thanks so much to you guys watching this for being along for the ride, and supporting us all these years. Now we're going to keep going. We've got no intention to stop, and we're going to keep putting out music, and we're going to keep keep doing the updates and all of those things, and just continue to build that Grave Forsaken community and that you guys are a part of. So thank you everybody, and I'll leave it there for this week. Probably rambled a little bit, but that's okay. It is the Grave Forsaken YouTube channel, so if there's anywhere where I can talk about Grave Forsaken, it's here, right? So thanks for watching the update. Really appreciate it, guys. So until the podcast episode on Monday, which I hope you'll all tune into, it is God bless and rock on.